What's going on, YouTube? Come back at you with another video. Right out the gate, big shout out to the person who sent this to me on Instagram. They did not want to be named, did not want to be given credit, but I greatly appreciate them sending it to me. Anybody else out there, if you come across something that you think is newsworthy, you want to see it covered on my channel, you want to send it to me, do so at Hip Hop Classics Daily, all one word, on Instagram. If I use your story, I'll definitely shout you out. I'll definitely give you credit. I have no problem doing so. So just hit me up and let me know. Number two, before I get into this, I'm going to pin a link as the top comment to a dope artist out there who's grinding, trying to get 1,000 subs. He's not paying me to do this. I'm doing this because I think his music is dope and I want to see him be able to get his channel monetized. He's almost there. Please just click the link. It'll take you 2 seconds. Hit the subscribe on his channel, and it would be greatly appreciated as well. So this is a bombshell I'm about to drop on you. The Snoop Dogg paperwork situation been the topic of conversation for some time. Recently, with Tekashi 6ix9ine, it actually even got spotlighted because Tekashi was calling Snoop a snitch. Well, there's been a lot of debate on whether or not this paperwork is actually authentic. I have something now that I'm about to show you that, in my eyes, pretty much fully authenticates it. Although I'm still gonna call this stuff alleged based on the fact that I was not there. But this is what I have for you. I'm gonna show you right now. For those of you who see the paperwork on the screen right now, and I'm not reading it, we'll get to it in a second. If you've never seen it before, I will definitely get to it. But I want to start by showing you what now I have that I think is very interesting. So this is an article. Now look at the date. It says May 4th, 1998. And this was an article that MTV News did on this situation that happened, right? So they're reporting on an article that was put out by the Associated Press. This is what it says. Snoop Dogg was arrested for marijuana possession Friday night after making an appearance at a comedy concert in Los Angeles. The Associated Press reports that after performing at the I Got the Hookup comedy show at the Universal Amphitheater with another rapper, Daz Dillinger, Snoop was walking backstage when somebody struck him. Snoop informed a local police officer that he had been slapped, but ended up being searched himself when the officer smelled marijuana. Arnaud, which is Daz, was also arrested on the same charge. So, this is again an article, MTV News from 1998, talking about this incident, which happened at the I Got the Hookup comedy show on May 4th, 1998. So this is the article. Now let's look at this paperwork and see what this paperwork says. Because to me, it pretty much looks authentic now based on what I'm reading. So let's look at the date and time. It says May 1st, 1998. So this happened a couple days before the media picked it up. Universal Amphitheater, Universal City. Where does this say? It says right there, I Got the Hookup comedy show at the Universal Amphitheater, right? So the date and time match. It match up with what this article is saying. Now let's read what this is saying. May 1st, 1998. Gangster rap artists Calvin Brodus and Delmar Arnaud were arrested by deputies Ron Sabatine and Jim Farrell for possession of less than an ounce of marijuana during an incident at the Universal Amphitheater. Deputy Sabatine and Farrell were working under a private entity contract providing uniformed deputies outside the backstage area of the amphitheater. They were assigned to monitor and assist with the Universal security officers manning the metal detectors used to screen anyone entering through the artist's entrance. The incident began when 4 to 5 male African Americans approached Mr. Brodus. He recognized them as employees of Death Row Records, a company he just broke away from. One of them struck him in his face with his fist. Mr. Brodus, Mr. Arnaud, and a third man, Priest Brooks, immediately ran out of the backstage area outside to where they knew deputies were posted. As the three men approached the two deputies, Mr. Arnaud yelled out, "He's got a gun." Deputies Sabatine and Farrell immediately patted all three men for weapons and discovered that both Brodus and Arnaud had a bag of marijuana in their pockets. Deputies Sabatine requested assistance when he noted that approximately 60 males had exited the backstage area and were approaching them in varying degrees of hostility. Approximately 20 deputies assigned to both the Universal Substation and the Unisat Reserve Company responded, along with 12 Universal Studios armed security officers, off-duty police officers, and 30 uniformed American Protective Services officers responded and quickly restored order. Response units from the West Hollywood station also arrived and stood by while the concert crowd exited. There were no further incidents directly related to the concert and no one injured. Mr. Brodus was extremely cooperative during the incident and in fact said that he was thankful that the deputies had been there as he felt the assault was intended as an act of intimidation. He told me he felt that he was in grave danger as a result of leaving Death Row Records and signing with his new label, No Limits. Mr. Brodus said that he felt Mr. Arnaud was in danger as he is still under contract to Death Row Records. During the discussion, I said that I know who killed Tupac Shakur. He responded, Mr. Brodus responded by saying that it was the man sitting next to Tupac. I asked him if he meant Suge Knight. He replied affirmatively. Mr. Brodus also said that he was upset that his bodyguards disappeared and did not assist him. So, in my eyes, now, and again, this is just my opinion, this paperwork is looking a lot more authentic. It looks like, and credit goes to Reggie Wright because he's the one who brought this to the internet. Reggie Wright is the one who I saw this from, so all credit on this paperwork goes to him. But now it looks like it in my eyes, is authentic. Everything is matching up basically the way it's supposed to. This MTV article pretty much confirms that this situation happened. And yeah, it looks like it's authentic. So this is kind of crazy now. So I'm wondering what people out there think now that you've seen that there's actually news articles that seem to corroborate what has been said from Reggie Wright, as well as this paperwork. Like, what do you think about Snoop Dogg? Is he a snitch in your eyes? Do you look at him funny now? What is your thoughts on this situation? I definitely want to know in the comments. Please leave some feedback. Make sure you hit the like. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you also ring the notification bell so you get updates on all the videos I do when I drop. I appreciate you though. Peace.